Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for the mid-festive football. It's on the 29th of December. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Rochdale at the Eco Power Stadium. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview. As I say, it's kind of the mid-festive football. It's in that time period where nobody knows what day it is or what they're doing. This one tomorrow on the 29th of December. It's a 7:45 kickoff. I thought it was 3 o'clock, so if you didn't know that, you do now. But yeah, if you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. If this video has brought you to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. The match day vlog will be up tomorrow evening. And if you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about. I have a look at the opponent and I choose a one to watch in my opinion, but as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so if there's somebody else that we should be watching out for, please let me know in the comments down below. And then we'll finish the video off with 3 predictions: the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, and then me and the family have got predictions league, so there's an update on that, and then the all important score prediction at the very end to finish the video off. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Rovers and Rochdale have faced off a total of 118 times in our history, seen each other a lot. Rovers coming out on top on 59 of those occasions, Rochdale winning 38, and then we've shared the spoils on 21. We drill down into the more recent 5 fixtures, and it's good viewing and good reading for Rovers fans, unbeaten in those last 5. So we go back to 2019 and 2020, it was 2 1-1 draws. And then the 2020-2021 season in League One, Rovers did the double over Rochdale with a 1-0 win and a 2-1 victory away from home. And then earlier this season, it was a 2-1 victory away from home. So hopefully we can do the double once again tomorrow and get a much needed win on the board. But Rochdale also need the win as well. Current form, it's not good for both teams coming into this one, in all fairness. Rovers slightly edge it with 2 wins in our last 5. We've won 1, lost 2, won 1, and then a defeat in our last game. Rochdale, on the other hand, a 1 victory 5 games ago, and then they're coming into this one on the back of 4 straight defeats. On the Rovers though, another performance this season that's been explained as one of the worst at Tranmere, which for me is happening far too often. We're just not turning up in games that we should be turning up in my opinion. Well, we should be turning up in every single game, but there's just some where we just look completely uninterested in playing. Against Tranmere, it looked like we'd had too good a Christmas, in all fairness, and just weren't at the races. And I don't know, those words, they ring true, because that's our 4th 3-0 defeat of the season. This time, as I say, it was at Tranmere, not 1 in 10. They've failed to score more than 1 goal in a game since the 14th of October as well, and then they put 3 past us in 90 minutes, well, in 77 minutes. It's just the lack of effort. It's so frustrating at the minute. There's questions over team selections and tactics. There's questions over the board at the minute. It's a huge January, in my opinion, for Donny Rovers. I understand all of those questions that are getting asked about the board, Danny Schofield, the players, you name it. For me, the board need to show some ambition and come out and say what we're actually doing, because it seems like we're a rudderless ship at the minute and just coasting, and we're going in the wrong direction, in my opinion, and the board need to grab it and point us in the right direction and show us where we're going, and they need to do that by backing Danny in January, because clearly we've not got the players to play the style or the system that he's wanting to, and that's a frustration for me, because as a manager, I think you should have the ability to change up your tactics and the way that you're playing with the players that you've got, and not just constantly go, this is what we're doing, when it's clearly not working. Playing out from the back puts us under pressure. I just don't like it at the minute. I'm not sold on Schofield at the minute, but I've got to give him time, and a transfer window or two. But yeah, I'm not seeing enough versatility in his tactics at the minute, and I think we're getting found out. Teams put pressure on us at the back, and they'll get rewards from that. Onto this game though, we're unbeaten in 7 against Rochdale. We've won 5 and drawn 2 of our last 7 meetings. So a bit of positivity coming into this one. There's potential that we may get something in this fixture. Rochdale slipped into the bottom 2 on Boxing Day after a 2-1 defeat to fellow strugglers Hartlepool. They've only got 1 win in 10. Sounds very similar to Tranmere when we went into that game. And that win came at home against Salford back on the 8th of November. So a long time since Rochdale tasted victory. So they'll be hoping to turn that form around fairly quickly to avoid the drop to the National League. Although Rovers took 3 points in the reverse fixture earlier this season, I thought it was a difficult game which could have gone either way. And I think with Rochdale fighting for the EFL lives at the minute, I suspect this one won't be easy as well. So we've got to be on his game and performing much better than what we have done recently to get anything from this one, I think. On to player profile for this one, I've gone with Tom Anderson, 29 years old, centre back, 13 appearances this season, no goals, no assists, and that to me is disappointing. It shows that we don't really pose any sort of threat from set pieces at the minute. He should be up there winning headers from corners or free kicks from a distance that are pumped into the box, and he should be getting on the end of them. Or Roshan Williams, Adam Long, one of those should be up there getting on the end of it, and we're just not seeing that connection on any of the set pieces at the minute. Career appearances 290, and he's got the 12 goals and 5 assists across his career. But I've gone with Tom because there's been news coming out that he reacted to some fans hurling abuse at him, and completely, I get it. Nobody wants to go to work and have abuse hurled at them, but for me, I think Tom should be reacting in a much better way. He's a representative for Doncaster Rovers. He's a senior member of the squad as well, so not only is he a role model for kids, for young fans, he's also a point of guidance for the young players in the squad, and he should be setting examples for them of how to act and how to react to criticism. And maybe he needs to look in a mirror and think, why am I actually getting this criticism? Because for me, his performances haven't been as good as what they were. Fans, we expect, well, I was going to say we expect a lot, but I don't think we do. I don't think we do expect that much. We just expect passion and desire, and we've seen Tom play at this level and be the player, the influential player in the squad, whereas at the minute he's down here, and it's just not happening for him. Since his injury at Fleetwood, he's been a shadow of the player that he was, and I think that's the fans trying to put across their point, and for him to sarcastically clap people that have paid a lot of money to get over to Tranmere on Boxing Day, for me it doesn't sit right, and I hope something is done about it, because without the fans it means nothing. So yeah, really frustrating and disappointing to see that news coming out after the game against Tranmere. And yeah, like I say, hopefully looks in the mirror, improves his performances, and the critics will start to quieten down, won't they? It's simple as that as a footballer. Play well, you don't get abuse. Simple as that. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do. So if you know somebody else, or you think there's somebody else who we should be watching out for in tomorrow's fixture, let me know in the comments down below. But for this one, I have gone with Devante Rodney, 24 years old, right winger, 26 appearances this season, 4 goals and 2 assists. His goal contributions are up there for Rochdale this season, and I've gone with Devante Rodney because all 3 goals for Tranmere on Boxing Day came down our left side. So I think Devante Rodney could have some joy in tomorrow night's fixture if our left side is the same. So yeah, Devante Rodney for me is the one to watch. I think he could have some joy down the right hand side. Predicted team lineup. So for this, I use FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into and hopefully enjoy. But for the predicted lineup, this is what I have gone with. It's not something that I would do at the minute. I'd like to see two up top, but as I said, I think Schofield's got a way of playing. He's got a system. That's his way. It's plan A and that's it. And it's frustrating at the minute. I'd like to see it mixed up a little bit, but this is my prediction for the lineup tomorrow. Mitchell in goal. I think there'll be a back three of Williams, Anderson and Long, with Noyle on the right, Maxwell on the left as wing backs, hopefully getting up to support the midfield. With Biggins and Close in the middle. I think Clayton might be in there, but I feel he's slowing the play down far too much, which is not quick enough at the minute, and it's not good to watch. Taylor went off injured, so I think Molyneux will be on the right, Hurst on the left, with George Miller feeding on scraps up top on his own. I'd like to see two up top, but I don't think we're going to see it. So I think that's what we're going to go with. I don't think we've got the players to play that system, to be honest. Big January coming up. But yeah, that's my predicted team lineup for tomorrow's fixture. On to the Predictions League table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get it right, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome right, but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And we were all completely wrong on Boxing Day. We had belief, we went with draws or wins, and obviously we got battered 3-0. So no change in the table. Max still holding on to that top spot. Chris in second on 14. Dad in third on 11. Rock bottom still on 9 points. Not gained a point in ages. And I'd be happily wrong on this one as well. I'm hoping for a win. Obviously, always hoping for a win, always want us to win. But I think it'll be quite a toxic atmosphere. There's a lot of rumours flying around. I don't know what's true and what's not, about players' wages, club up for sale, you name it. It's a bit of a mess off the field. Performances on the field aren't great either. So I think in the stands is going to be a little tasty tomorrow night. So I think that may filter onto the pitch. It may be a nervous performance by some players, and I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'll take being wrong. We need a win, but Rochdale need the win as well, so you never know, we may cancel each other out. So that's what I'm going to go with. That's where we're going to leave it. I hope you've had a great Christmas. I hope you're still having a good festive period and preparing for the new year. But all that's left for me to say is, if you've enjoyed this one, stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.